You should join us in live stream sometime. Sometimes it's a real hoot. Lately, I've been doing over 2 hour stretches. I have them every Wednesday night, Friday night, and Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We had a great thrill. Everybody was just rolling around in laughter, including a official employee for Fujifilm who I happened to notice was in the live stream. I was like, is that so-and-so? I want to leave his name out of it. I know for certain that he works for Fujifilm. I've seen one of his image feeds, and there's a picture of his GFX 100 by the poolside, and of course, he works for Fujifilm. He does need his GFX 100, so we were all kind of ribbing him, and I knew he had a GFX 100, and I said, hey everybody, check it out, here's Mr. So-and-so, like I said, I'm gonna leave his name out. He works for Fujifilm, and all of a sudden, he got bum rushed with all these questions, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna get my GFX 100 sometime here soon, and I said, this person has a GFX 100, and he works for Fujifilm, of course, and official employee thereof, and he had us all going, and he was laughing immensely, as he said, and he said, actually, I've got two Fujifilm GFX 100 cameras, and that's when we all started to humorously attack him for having two GFX 100s, and and we were just it was like a 20-minute long laughter fest. It had so much. I had such a great time. Seemingly everybody else did too, and I said people were saying stuff like, "Damn, this guy's backup to his GFX 100 is another GFX 100." Some other guy said, "Oh my God, this guy's two GFX 100s have more megapixels than every camera that I've ever owned." I started to, in a very loving fashion, give the guy a ribbing, and since he's posted an image of the one GFX 100, and I did the Dr. Evil thing, and everybody just started laughing. I said, this is a picture of my GFX 100. I took it with my other GFX 100. And it was that point in time that he admitted that he's got a GFX 50R also. And we were just all having a hilarious, great time. And my buddy commented to the Fujifilm guy and everybody else, "Oh my God, this guy's backup camera to his GFX 100 is another GFX 100, and the backup to that backup is another GFX camera." I was just... it was really, really funny. I think I have a good time in live stream. He said to like to join us sometimes. Usually get about 250 people in, and it's hard to answer. Sometimes I frustrate people, but there's in live stream, because the questions are rolling by, a lot of them, and if someone asks a question that requires a very lengthy reply, then that person gets frustrated because you give a short reply, but the other person and the person behind them, so that can be frustrating to people. But I mean, you should try answering 100 questions rolling by at 5 miles an hour. Not literally that fast, but it seems like it's that fast. But tonight was a lot of fun. I'm so glad the Fujifilm employee dropped by. I recognized him immediately, and we all had a great time. I was like, oh my God, this guy's got two GFX 100s and a GFX 50R as a backup, and it was just hilarious. I like to be helpful and let people come into live stream and be educational, informative, and have a good time. The only thing I actually don't like about the live streams is how often I get questions about, do you do this drug, or do you smoke this, or have you ever... So the answer is no. I don't even drink alcohol. I don't know if it's the tattoos that's confusing everybody, but I don't drink. I don't smoke anything, and I don't. My mind is all I have left, and I'm not gonna mess with anything. You know, never. I don't know why I keep getting questions about illicit this or that, or have you ever tried this? You ever tried that? Like, no. And I'm not going to do that because it's never gonna happen. I was drunk 3 times in college. Yeah, quite an experience. You know, you feel really good for a couple hours, and you feel like crap for like 48 hours. Never gonna happen again. Anyway, live stream was a hoot. 2.5 hours was quite a stretch, however, especially when the questions are rolling by like that. Thanks to the Fujifilm employee that came by, because we were all ribbing him in a very loving fashion. I was like, damn, this guy's got 2 GFX 100s. I was making fun of him for having 2 GFX 100. I was coughing and saying funny things like, "You suck." He said he was dying laughing. We all were, actually. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Bye.